It took me decades to realize that my own relationship with God also depended on thinking of God in a particular way, and that my conception of God, like his, had theological costs as well as benefits. Thinking of God in terms of God's inability to fit human categories made me feel close to God, but it also made it hard to understand others' spiritual lives, particularly the struggles of those who thought of God in male identified terms like God, judge, or king that make God seem distant. The fictional man's conception of divinity as transcendent judge gave him a sense that God cared about his life, but it also made God seem impersonal. Judges, after all, aren't supposed to have relationships with those they judge. And in a world where good people often suffer and evil is rewarded, hard to recognize at all. It wasn't until I started talking publicly about my lifelong struggle with gender identity that I thought about the relationship with God that had enabled me to survive it. Was my sense of God's presence idiosyncratic, an outgrowth of my particular circumstances? Or was it something which, as I had long assumed, anyone could experience if they paid attention? Over the years, those reflections grew into a book of trans theology, The Soul of the Stranger, reading God and Torah from a transgender perspective, that offers my relationship with God as an example of how our awareness that we don't completely fit gender or other categories that others use to identify us can help us think about and relate to God.